I didn't understand what they meant by it's the ghetto. I guess they just meant like you could get pills there. Probably.
Yeah. Did you try?
I didn't. No.
Yeah.
No, not a big pill guy.
Decent. Yeah. I lost my privileges. That was my shit though for a while.
I've done, so speaking of Sagalo, he and we did this cruise, maybe last year, with Bobby Kelly, Feeney, Mike Calta from Tampa. Do you know Mike Calta?
I don't know.
He's a radio guy, he's the best. And he has his cruise, hugely popular. He's like the Howard Stern of Florida, huge guy. So we
when you say cruise, what do you mean? Like paint a picture for me a little bit.
A huge cruise, and we are a party on the cruise of like a couple hundred. So his fans came out. We did shows, we did like some events, dinners, stuff like that. It was a free
fun.
Paid cruise, I guess, for us. Like we got a vacation out of it, and it was like got to hang with our boys. Whatever. We went to some man-made island in Mexico. You know, you like bump the boat into that. There's like it's held up by rafts. It's ridiculous. It's all little huts that basically is owned by whatever the cruise company is.
Were you guys doing stand-up at night?
We did it twice. So the first night on the cruise ship, we did it. And then the last night on the cruise ship, we did a live podcast.
Okay.
It was awesome. The live podcast was awesome. Also, Brendan we all actually kind of got assaulted by a 75-year-old woman who like jumped on our laps, was blackout drunk, and just like licking Sagalo's face. It was brutal. So the point of this is that we went to the man-made island and we went to the pharmacia because I'm not drinking. So I'll pop a pill, I guess, just to feel something. And we got Klonopin. And Brendan made the lady, this Mexican woman who, that
was licking him.
She's behind the counter of the pharmacy. He's like, "Can you promise me this doesn't have fentanyl in it?" And she was like, "Sure." Like, yeah, sure. I promise. And Brendan's like, "Okay." So he took a Klonopin. I waited an hour. And then I took a Klonopin, and then Brendan doesn't remember the live podcast.
Oh yeah,
yeah. So that's my last foray into pills, and I think
my brother did that. My brother does not handle pills well, and we were like,
does anyone?
I've seen some people that I took like 12 Vicodin in high school once with my buddy,
nice.
And I guess like the Tylenol is what is actually dangerous in it. Like the actual pain reliever or the opiate isn't what's bad. But like we were just at Taco Bell and we just kept like every 15 minutes we go out and take it was tight though, dude.
At what point were you like, oh, now I'm just adding to the fun? Like when did it kick in to the point where you were like, more, I want to get more fucked up? Because didn't you feel like you might die at some point?
I think it was over a couple of hours.
Okay.
And like I knew that, this is like fucking ridiculous, but I knew I was really fucked up when I went home and looked at porn. And like I started laughing, just like I had to stop what I was doing because I was like, I'm so fucked up right now. And it was in my parents' basement too. Yeah. And it was like at 3 o'clock in the morning, like just...
That's funny, man. You just reminded me of some like really sad college moments. Is that like you can know, or I know when I'm like way too fucked up when you come home from the bar and you're like, all right, I guess I'll jerk off. It just didn't happen tonight. And then you turn on porn and you just start welling up. You're like half crying and you're just like, forget it.
You just watch it for what it is.
Yeah, it's not.
Have you ever seen that MTV True Life? I'm Addicted to Porn.
No, I don't think so.
Fascinating, dude.
I bet.
It's like on your flight home, you should check it out. It's all like online for free. Like you can get it on there. But there's this one guy, he lives like, he's like living with his grandmother and he has a fucking big, those old big screen TVs that were like deep, like the size of this window right here.
And like a tube, right? Like
Huge.
It went back.
Yeah. He just had one of those and he had hooked it up to like his computer and he just sat in his grandma's house and watched porn. Like he didn't even masturbate.
Wow.
He's like, I don't even like.
He just likes
it
for
ruins
the art.
it for me. Yeah, and it. The art. But then the best was there was another guy. He was like a religious guy, which is always a great combination, like religion and porn. And his wife left him because of his porn addiction.
Mm-hmm.
And like, in order to go online, he had to type her name in as a password. Like, that was the last line of defense.
Wow.
And he's
so
like,
that's like, so it's the ultimate forever betrayal.
Yes.
It's like you are truly you're passing me consciously.
Yeah.
Passing me to
That's
do
just
this
addiction.
thing that we've agreed.
It's
that
just a
is
real
bad for you.
addiction right there.
It's not just an addiction. That's an insidious thing to think of to stop it. Like, I mean, I get it. Like, it's probably gone through many cycles of like trying to get this poor guy to stop. But the idea where you're like, I got nothing else, man. It's just gotta break me. It's just gotta shatter me to the point where there's no coming back. So here, it's like Batman. Type in your name. He types in Lucius and it's like it destroys the machine.
This is Morgan Freeman.
All right, but consider this my resignation. That's maybe the worst Morgan Freeman of all time.
Right there. Yeah. God damn it. I remembered too when he did like log in, it like they couldn't show what he was gonna do. So they showed him log in and then it said like 15 minutes later. So it told you how long he was.
Damn.
Which, I mean, I don't know what would have been. It would have been funny if it was like 6 hours later. Is it like he just went fucking hard in the paint? Yeah,
because when you say 15, that to me, like, I want to see how he consumes it. Like,
Just
are there,
sweaty.
You know what I mean? Like, is it Minority Report? Like, he's like moving between tabs.
His
he like
life
sets
was
it up.
terrible, dude.
Right.
The whole time he just had a box of fucking Bisquick on his fucking countertop the whole time. He never did anything with
awesome.
it. Like he's just living alone because his family left him.
Oh.
Yeah. Shout out to there's somebody watching this is like struggling with porn addiction.
I'm sure. I'm just curious, like, what. Yeah, when it becomes impossible to hide, I guess, because I don't know. Sometimes I'll chip a little bit with some porn if I'm waiting at a parking spot. If I'm literally like at 6:45 p.m. and I can't get out of my car until 7 p.m. when
jerk
it's free.
off in your car?
No, I won't jerk off in my car, but every once in a while I'll look at some stuff. It'll start at celebjihad.com and then it'll kind of like spiral off from there. You know? I will never jerk off, but I also look at it as primer for when I get home, because then when I get home, I'm kind of like
ready for
I'm warmed up for my workout, you know?
With assuming you're talking about being with your wife, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I didn't think
I go into the closet.
No, then I quietly shut
my
myself.
older brother, same one that like can't handle pills.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna try to open this for a fourth time.
Go for it. He goes into his closet and stands up and fucking puts his phone like on the upper shelf of like the where he hangs the clothes. He turns on the shower. So the shower's running and he stands and masturbates in his closet until he's done, and then when he finishes he goes into the shower. So his wife doesn't like, she thinks he's showering.
Where does he come? Why doesn't he just do the whole thing in the shower?
I think he doesn't like
because
the
he likes
water.
watching the porn.
That too, yeah, I guess.
Interesting. I always look at the shower though, because I've only recently standing up and masturbating for me was like impossible.
It's weird
for a long time, because like there's things I got to do with my hips. It's like it's a whole production. So it just took me a while to figure out a formula.
Dude, he owns his house. It's his home, and he's standing in the closet masturbating.
Maybe that's representative of something, though. Not necessarily that he's in the closet, but that it's like a dark,
it's symbolic of something,
shame-filled thing where he likes to feel like he's like, maybe he used to get like beat in a closet when he was a kid, and now that's the only place he can
feel like
come.
I would know if that was the case. I hope that's not the case.
Just every time you were out of the house, you just go worked over in a closet.
Hey, if you like that video, make sure to hit the subscribe button and follow our page for new weekly content.